Hello, Renegades. How are we doing? It's been a minute. I'd appreciate everyone that's seen my community post about me being a little under the weather. Thank you everyone just for being understanding. Because these things happen. I think that I don't know if people have watched some of my previous videos, but I think I did mention it in we should support Ren video about my own struggles with certain mental health and certain health issues, and I think that's why I wanted to do this reaction now, because I do have a third reaction with my mum, which I think I will post after this one. But I wanted to take the minute to really spend some time getting real with you all. And I've been wanting to react to this performance by Ren for a while now. This is Ren's Diazepam and Heretic Acoustic Live. I have not seen this before. I have heard the original songs of Diazepam and the original song of Heretic, but I've not heard this mashup. And as we all know, Ren does like to jazz it up a bit during his live performances, so I'm sure we're going to get something extra. And I thought this is a good one to kind of, listen, get real. So let's get into it.
Oh, Diazepam. Oh, my. When you leave, why can't I breathe like you've stolen my very essence, my coding? Went for a swim and then drowned in your ocean. Don't lie, Diazepam. You promised me the world, and now I'm rotting and molding, and my stomach feels frozen. Anesthetic, I blocked out emotion.
I will say, even just this listening, just right now, I always find there's a level of rawness with this stripped down performance. And yes, it's in his room, and it's not like an official performance. It's just him doing this in his home. But already there's a different feel, than when it's produced with the music in a studio. I think when it's stripped back like this, people can pay attention more to the lyrics and listen to what's being said. Because I think with this track, this is Diazepam, with the record, you've got all these different synths, you have all the kind of, interesting sounds to make it trippy, and also the visuals. If anybody heard the song with the visualizer, sometimes you can be distracted by the lyrics and by what's being said. So I do want to just bring this back, because I want us to all hone in to the lyrics, because it is done in a medium which fosters that. So I'm going to bring this back to the beginning, and I want to really hone in on the lyrics, because what's being said here is very real and important.
Oh, Diazepam. Oh, my. When you leave, why can't I breathe like you've stolen my very essence, my coding?
So, when you leave, why can't I breathe? You've stolen my very essence, my coding. When you get attached to something, when you form an addiction or form a dependence on whether it's a substance or whether it's food or whether it's a person or whatever you become dependent or addicted to, and then that thing disappears, the anxiety, the emptiness, the angst that you feel when you no longer have that, it is like you can't breathe. It's like you don't know how to live. And I remember all too well what that feels like, going through my own mental health struggles and finding my own dependencies and my own addictions to certain things. I remember when that was taken away, or whenever I was deprived of that, the sort of like the panic I would feel, the emptiness I would feel, because it serves as a blanket. You know, it almost distracts you. It takes you away from all of the destructive thinking, all of the destructive thoughts, and you can just feed into this sort of warm blanket and not have to face the hard part, the hard things in life. And that is a powerful and very, very true line, because it's a thing that keeps people stuck in this repetitive loop of constantly repeating and repeating and repeating, because, you know, they need to be distracted. It's too painful to be with the troubling thoughts.
Went for a swim and then drowned in your ocean. Don't lie, Diazepam, you promised me the world, and now I'm rotting and molding.
So that line of "don't lie, Diazepam" is just so real, because when you take these substances or you dive into things that are not particularly healthy for you, you are being fed a lie, because you think these things are helping you, because you don't have to be with the pain, you don't have to be there, so you think that is helping you, because you can have relief, you can have freedom from the angst and the torment. But it's just an illusion, it's a lie, because, you know, what this is actually doing is actually making it worse for yourself. It's making the issues more loud, more prominent, and it gives you a whole host of new problems. It's a lie, and it sucks you in, and it deceives you. And so many people are bought into the deception of these escapist things, these deceptive means of running away from your pain. And in an effort to feel better, you end up feeling worse in the long run. And it's almost like a bittersweet symphony.
My stomach feels frozen, anesthetic, I blocked out emotion. Die, 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 something like that, yeah, I don't know. I love that song. It's such a perfect day to be washed away. I went and sat by the shore and I counted the waves. I counted 108 reasons I want to escape, and then the reasons they crash upon the shore and they break. I don't think I got the stamina for this anymore. I'm not sure, that's why I'm here by the shore, but I'm sure that I'm so tired of searching for messiahs, asking why must I battle this Goliath? I'm a force of nature, don't you know? I'm aware of it, but I'm so very sick of feeling so very sick. I'm tortured by the gods, I guess that I'm a heretic. Life keeps on fucking me, I wish that life was cellar, but my problems keep on peaking like I'm Everest. The elephant in the room is that my room is not the elephant. Becoming evident that we make fear president. When fear trumps love, that's when the soul becomes irrelevant.
Okay. I wanted to stop it back because there was a line that I thought was really good, but I wanted to just see that through. So I want to take this back because there was a line, something about Goliath. Okay, now a little bit further back.
For messiahs, asking why must I battle this Goliath?
So why must I battle this Goliath? That's another powerful line to me, because it is a battle and it is a Goliath. When you deal with, whether it's a mental illness, a mental disorder, or any type of health struggles, or come up with, these big issues, it feels like a mountain. It feels like you have to take on this huge mountain. And it's so big and it's so tough that you sometimes you ask yourself, why? I know I have. I don't know if any of you have, but I know there have been many times where I've been like, why do I have to fight this? Why am I fighting this? All I do is hurt. All I do is feel pain. Why am I fighting something that isn't seeming to resolve? That isn't seeming to get any better? All I end up doing is living in perpetual torment. Why? Why do I keep doing this again and again and again? And I would imagine that Ren has probably thought like that for a long time, because he's had to deal with his issues, his Lyme disease, for a long time. I'm sure there have been days where he's sat and he's wanted to give up. He's wanted to stop going. I know I have. In my years of battling with my mental illness, I've wanted to give up too. But the beauty, I think, in him is his ability to persist, to continue, despite what is thrown at him. And that type of resilience, that type of continuation, that type of being like, no, I'm going to keep going no matter what, is the kind of strength that can give hope to so many people. It's honestly giving hope to me currently right now. I mean, I've always been a fighter. I've always been someone to continue. But, during a time where things are a little bit more difficult and a little bit more challenged and my mind isn't so robust, hearing his story, watching him keep going, not giving up, gives me the hope and the motivation to continue to do the same thing. And that no matter how down I might get, no matter how low I get, no matter how out of sorts I feel, the message that we should all be telling ourselves is to never give up. Take one step at a time, because as long as you're taking one step at a time, you are at least moving in a direction that is good. When you stop and you don't move at all, that's when nothing happens. That's when you just stay stuck. And it doesn't matter how small the steps are. As long as you are moving forward in whatever way shows progress and shows a direction. And that's the message I try to tell myself. And that's the message I hope that a lot of other people who are struggling tell themselves, is just keep going. Because it will get better.
I'm a force of nature, don't you know? I'm aware of it, but I'm so very sick of feeling so very sick. I'm tortured by the God.
I'm so sick of feeling so very sick. Yeah. That line, that line hits hard. when you have something that seems to go on forever, is chronic, is, you know, you have to deal with every day, you never get breaks. Really, not really. There's no breaks from the there's no breaks from the hardships and the struggles and the torment that you feel inside of your brain. It's like a continuous chaotic loop. And yeah, you get exhausted, you get tired, you get wiped out, you get broken, because it just never stops. It never ever stops. And I think that people don't, I think when they don't have a chronic illness, understand how every day can be a battle. Because this isn't something that gets cured. At least in my situation, it doesn't get cured, what I have. I can manage what I have. I can, you know, control what I have to a certain degree with medication, with therapy, and all of that. But what I have will never ever go away. And Ren has had a situation that has lasted for a long time, and his struggles probably won't ever go away. He will probably have to deal with this for the rest of his life in some sort of way. And that is hard. That is hard.
But I guess that I'm a heretic. Life keeps on fucking me. I wish that life was celibate. My problems keep on peaking like I'm Everest. The elephant in the room is that my room is that the elephant becoming evident that we make.
My internet is deciding to glitch, so I'm gonna just take that back so we can just do that without interruptions.
My problems keep on peaking like I'm Everest. The elephant in the room is that my room is that the elephant becoming evident that we make fear president. When fear trumps love, that's when the soul becomes irrelevant. I need the little glockenspiely fucking thing.
Yo, have we done a song change here? What are we listening to here?
When my troubles keep on mounting, I make molehills out of.
Okay, it's the same song.
Roundabouts the doubt is sounding. Drive my union, find the fountain. I'm a fucking atom bomb, bitch. Roll me salt into the wind. Watch me rip apart the stitch. I'm that kid, the one that life subtracted, isolated, fractured. Shakespeare reenacted, adapted for music is too sick. I'm shining like Kubrick. My method is clockwork, a full metal do it. My eyes on the prize. Do you obey? Do you abide? What's the price of creativity? Is it losing your mind? I'm finding patterns in the places where the pattern's hard to find. All alone, 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 all alone. Not alone. It'd be cool to figure that riff out. Dun, 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 dun.
I think that's the rest of that song. There's an ad in between. I don't know why this one is hitting harder than the actual recordings did. I think because it's so raw, and it kind of reminds me of me when I would be struggling or I would be having a bad day. I would pick up my guitar and I would just play around, and I would just have fun, and I would just let out what's in my head and try and write. And it's like, it seems like this is what Ren is doing. It's so real, it's so like stripped back, it's so like it feels like he needs to do this to get it out, right? Like he's doing this to feel better. It's doing this to get whatever his thoughts are out. And it's just like, I can relate to that so much, you know? And I think that, you know, and I always like these stripped back performances because I can look at the lyrics more. I can listen to the words more. I'm not distracted by the instruments and the way that the production is, especially within Diazepam, because Diazepam has such these interesting synths that are used in the original track that sometimes you may not pay attention to what's being said. And Heretic too has really good guitar in it itself, but I loved that. I loved being able to kind of really pay attention to the lyrics. Because I do like both of these songs in their original form too, but this was a nice raw take on that. And it brought up some really important things to talk about to do with mental health, which Ren is always good for doing that. Anyway, this is 22 minutes. I think I've broadcasted way too long for you guys. I do apologize that I've gone on too long. I feel like this was definitely one I needed to do and to share and to be like real with you guys. So definitely let me know it down below what your thoughts are, what your comments are, what you thought of this live acoustic performance. And if you like it, feel free to give it a like. I'd appreciate that. And again, sorry for my absence. I should upload my third reaction with my mom soon, and I think that will be the next one that I do. So stay tuned for that. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.